Hello, I am Marisha and welcome to my creative diary. I hope you're having a great day. So today I'm going to take one design and create two different sized cards. So let's get started. To begin, I brought in Honeybee Stamps Wood Frame Builder die set. I am going to select two sizes and I am going to die cut off camera so I can create the crosses that I need to create the cards. I want to create a rustic weathered look for the wood. So on the left, that is what the original die cut looks like. And on the right, that's the look that I'm going for. To achieve this look, I brought in Distress Oxide's Hickory Smoke and Vintage Photo. Using my blending brush, I'm going to apply Hickory Smoke first and then Vintage Photo. Feel free to experiment before you commit and use other mediums such as Copic markers or inks to create the look that you're going for if you decide to recreate this card. Now that I'm done, here is a really good side-by-side comparison of the original color of the cardstock and the cardstock after I apply the Distress Oxides. Next, I brought in Honeybee Stamps Lovely Layers Easter Lily die set. I am going to die cut everything I need off camera to create these flowers. To assemble the flowers, you do have the option to create a dimensional look by using foam tape, or you can use another adhesive such as glue or tape to assemble the flowers. I opted to create a dimensional look, so as you see here, I'm using foam tape to stack the layers. Now it's time for me to work on my background, so I brought in Distress Oxides, Mustard Seed, and Saltwater Taffy, which is fresh out of the pack. Normally, I don't purchase things right away. I take my time and decide, do I want to get it or do I not? But after looking through my Oxide collection, I decided to add the color, and I'm glad I did. It is a beautiful color, and it created a perfect blend with the mustard seed. Now it's time to add some splatter to the background, so I brought in Distress Spray Stain. Right here I'm using Squeezed Lemonade. And then I'm going to bring in tarnished brass, which I was a little bit heavy-handed with it, but that's okay because I just brought in a paper towel to absorb some of the excess until the background is to my liking. Once the panels are dry, I'm going to bring in Spellbinders embossing folders. This one is Geo Screen, and the other is Plaid Company, and I'm going to emboss the panels. To assemble the crosses, I'm going to adhere the planks to some cardstock. And then from there, I'm going to cut them out. But when I cut them out, I am going to cut slightly behind the planks. That way, this will prevent a white shadow from the cardstock from showing. Another option you have is by adding just a small piece of cardstock to the back of the planks. Once I'm done, I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the front of the plank, and then I'm going to adhere the second plank, creating a cross. I decided to bring in some twine that I'm going to wrap back and forth around the middle of the cross. I'm then going to tie it in the back and then cut off the excess, and then the crosses will be done. Now I'm going to use adhesive glue to adhere the panel to a gold mat. And then from there, I'm going to place the elements on the panel. Once I'm happy with the placement, I am going to adhere them to the panel by using adhesive glue. The inspiration behind this tutorial is to encourage you to think outside of the box and to use different sized card bases. I know for me, normally when I sketch my design, I automatically go to my A2 cards. That is my peanut butter and my jelly, and that's okay. And I have created 5x7 cards in the past, but I got to thinking, okay, how would this design look on a bigger canvas as opposed to me always reaching for my A2 cards? And again, that's okay if that is what you choose to go with, a certain size. But every now and then, it's okay to step out of the box and do something a little bit different. Off camera, I brought in Honeybee Stamps He Is Risen stamp set. I then stamped and cut out the banners off camera. I decided to use He Will Never Leave You Nor Forsake You and He Is Risen. For the larger banner, I decided to use strips of scrap cardstock. I'm then going to stack them together by using adhesive glue, and then I'm going to adhere it to the back of the banner and then attach it to the card. For this step, you can opt to use foam tape. I just wanted to use up some of my scraps that I had in my stash. For the A2 card, I decided to adhere the sentiment to the lily. To add a final touch to the card, I decided to bring in some embellishments from Studio Katia. I'm then going to add some drops of adhesive glue, and using my jewel pick, I'm going to add the embellishments to the cards. And just like that, these cards are done. I love the 5x7 card. He will never leave you nor forsake you. A perfect encouragement card. And the He Is Risen card, that is perfect for this Easter holiday. Thank you so much for joining me on today. I appreciate you for stopping by. I hope this tutorial has inspired you to create. I thank you in advance for subscribing, clicking the thumbs up button, and the notification bell. Please check out my blog at thediaryofbellerose.com. Remember, self-care is the best care, so until next time, please take care.